Let's see how this plays out. I have been waiting for this for over a month. I should have played it a lot sooner, but I didn't. Not the music I was expecting. I didn't expect it to be this jazzy. I expected it to be, a bit smoother. I won't complain about it though. Everything is coincidence. But even coincidence is part of fate's design. I'm not losing it. I'm perfectly sane. What I speak now is the absolute truth, not some childish fantasy. No matter how trivial something may seem, it has the potential to shape the future. Have you heard of the butterfly effect? If not, look it up. Then you'll understand how careful you must be. Unfortunately, I didn't understand. If I had realized my own foolishness, this situation never would have happened. This present would not exist. But how could I have known? There's no way I could have known, at that moment, that I held an important switch in my hands, a turning point that would decide both my own fate and that of those around me. Just think about it. The average human perceives just 1% of his environment. We're not nearly as clever as we like to think. We go about our lives oblivious to a million different things that happen around us every day. Even when something catches our eye, our brain forgets it a moment later. I want to tell me back then, don't do anything careless. Don't do anything rash. Don't pretend you don't see it. Pay more attention. The goddess called Fate is a far more than you believe, forever ensnaring you with her threads for sport. Capricious, that's the word. I got it a bit too late. Our time slowly ticks away from the moment of our birth to the moment of our death. It is finite. Yet time itself does not flow from past to the future. It simply exists supernaturally in the now. It is infinite. The wise men of old understood that the greatest wisdom was often spoke by those who didn't understand their own genius. He who knows that he is wise may drown in his own wisdom, but he who does not will stay away from the water because he can't swim. Taking the known as known and the unknown as unknown, this is true understanding. Accepting the unknown as the unknown is the first step towards God. Very excited for this. Here we go. But in this case, by unknown. Love the fried chicken. I wonder who that could be. By unknown, I refer to things that I don't understand. What am I on about? I refer to things I don't understand rather than those I'm unaware of. I'm muttering about what I want to mutter about. You leave me alone, woman. So I hold my standpoint on my right ear. Nobody is on the other line. No noise emanates from the speaker. It's completely silent. A stark contrast to hustle and I can't read. To the hustle and bustle filling the room. A single drop of sweat rolls down my chin and falls onto the floor. The girl stands before me. She's talking to me with her head tilted. Her face exhibits the sort of pure innocence you would expect of a junior high student. A sort that would feel no anxiety even if she were about to enter enemy territory. Is that so? I thought as much. This is more of the organization's handiwork. What's done is done. This too may be the will of Steins Gate. L. Say. The characters are very quiet. How do I change that setting? Config. Is this all I got? No. Voice volume definitely needs turning up a bit. Hopefully that's not too much. We'll go with that. Enter. Yes. I hope the voices now aren't blasting. Sure. I don't know what I've just done. Oh. I lowered my cell phone and looked around the room to get a better grasp of the situation. But the questions only multiplied. I could never forget. Not to worry, you are Shina Mayuri. The hostage of The hostage of infamous mad scientist and founder of the Future Gadget Laboratory, Hoin Kiyoma. I remember you clearly. Right, this high schooler who looks like a middle schooler is Shina Mayuri. I'm very interested in what the timeline is here, because I have no clue. She's a member of the laboratory, LabMem 002 to be precise, and my childhood friend. I could never forget her. And what I'm talking about is nothing to do with forgetfulness. I just don't understand any of this. Big man Daru. I'm never acting weird. Never! I'm normal. I don't sustain this land. This man who makes all those around him uncomfortable and who has been occupying my focus for some time now is Hashida Itaru, also known as Daru. Not only is an extraordinary super hacker, he's also the right arm of Hoin Kiyoma. And... Hey! Christina! How many times do I need to tell you? Listen well! I am not Okabe Rintaro. I am the mad scientist, Hoin Kiyoma! As I have told you time and time again! Oh, and what should I call you? The zombie? Celeb Sev? Or should I simply call you my assistant? Christina it is then. You always get so caught up in the details, Christina. She responded only with a glare. I can't imagine why. It's so easy to make her mad. But since there's no telling how she might exact her revenge, I just stop before things get out of hand. Nothing is as scary as a woman with vengeance on her mind. So? Huh? Don't fuck me! What could the genius neuroscientist, Miss Mackey, who graduated from an American college at the age of 17 and has been featured with an international science journal, want my help? Whatever could you mean? I merely spoke the truth. That's right. Everything I said was true. In spite of her age, this girl is a world-renowned neuroscientist. This summer, she came to me begging for a chance to be my disciple, so I took her in as lab member 004. Yet this is what I get. While the sort of behavior may fly in other countries, she needs to know that Japan does not take these things so lightly. Fortunately for her, Hoin Kiyoma is not bothered by such petty things. I allow this indignity to slide without comment. Allow me to make it perfectly clear that my silence is not due to the terror this woman instills in me. I will ask you once more, what is going on? I look around the room. Oh shit, everyone's here. Of course I have a microwave. My most precious piece of equipment. I wouldn't... Graceful girl? Question mark? To be fair, don't know the timeline. No clue whether it's a boy or a girl. Broke is a subjective term. What? But what? Classroom technology covers every free surface in this tiny room, as if to drive home the point that we're in a laboratory. Yet somehow people were bustling about in this cramped space. What does this mean? Like I said, what on earth do you mean? I did, of course. Like I've said over and over again. What? A new gadget? Did you just say we made a new gadget? Well, now I'm curious. What have we invented? Could you mean we've got 3 of them? I see. So that's what happened. Daru Kurusu's explanations have brought the truth to light. In summation, I asked them to make new gadgets, and now we're celebrating our success. The only problem is I don't recall any of it. Could I have given them this order subconsciously? Is Sokobe not aware of his time travel shenanigans? Or could this too be the organization's doing? No, that's not it. In that case... Daru! Can I ask you something? You don't even know what it is! I could be asking you to go on a date with Ferris, and I'm sure you wouldn't refuse that. A clear refusal. To the untrained eye, that is, Daru's constant use of the net slang is like a conditioned reflex, even when it obscures his true response. So I ignore him and ask anyway. I understand now that we're having a party. But why are these people in our lab? I pointed at the people moving about the room. If it's a laboratory party, only lab men should be invited. But including myself, there are 8 people here. As far as I can remember, our laboratory only had 6 members. Or at least, as of 5 minutes ago. Following that logic, we have 2 non-lab men interlopers in this room. Shaking my head, damn. I love the slang they use in this game. Lab men? You mean all of them? Not at all. Now I get it. The creation of new gadgets, a party, new lab members, none of which I remember. This could only mean... Not at all. With this much of evidence, there's no room of doubt. There's only one conclusion that can be drawn. It seems the experiment was successful. You have a keen mind, Christina. unbelievable invention. The phone wave makes such a change. At first, it was merely a microwave connected to a cell phone so that it could be controlled from afar. But a few days ago, we discovered an unintended side effect. My phone! That side effect is the surprising ability to send emails to the past. All from Shining. Oh wow. Actually, Kurisu sent me a fair few. Do not think these are any mere emails. Sending a message to the past allows you to interfere with events that have come to pass. For example, you could send your past self jackpot winning lottery numbers, and then have Lukako back it up. Should the past you receive that number and purchase a winning ticket, well, there's a number. I'm going to try that number in my next lottery. How about that? You see now how earth-shaking this discovery is now. Right. What's that? You say this is all in my head? This is why it's difficult to converse with the willfully normal, though I suppose it's natural to have doubts. Even I doubted at first. However, it all happened as I said, and that's the truth. Nothing is more absolute than the truth. With that in mind, we've been conducting experiments over the last few days. And today, we finally have our answer. As we thought, D-Mail has the power to change the past! Though it experimented countless times, we never found any conclusive evidence. But this time is different. The situation I'm in right now is entirely due to the D-Mail I sent to my past self. The world has been changed. We've just achieved a revolutionary breakthrough! How's that? So shocked you can't respond? Our invention will reshape the history of mankind. I'm sure that my bold declaration has rendered everyone speechless. He's just ignoring me. Speech. I mean, if custard's going with that, I'll have bananas and custard. Love myself some bananas and custard. Or Belgian waffles. Bananas and Belgian waffles. That's a nice dessert. These accursed barbarians! How pitiful that their feeble brains are unable to comprehend the announcement of the invention of the century. Yes. Just as I thought, my story has her hooks. Of course she is. She did just give a lecture about time machines at Redica a week ago. There's no way she's interested. You'll have to be more specific. Of course. What I experienced. You want me to tell you? Then ask me politely. Something along the lines of, please, Mr. Herman Kioma. Might just convince me to reveal my secret. What's she gonna do to me? She's just gonna ignore me? Please listen to me! Kioma's just starving for attention. Sacks coming from you, Daru. Gah! What humiliation. But I must be patient. Only then will I be able to reveal to them how truly great I am. And when I do, even my assistant will be in awe by my genius. I told my assistant Daru what I've been up to for the last couple of days. In exchange, the two of them agreed to tell me more about our current situation. Doing so allowed me a slightly firmer grasp on the world as it currently stood. Right. Reality has been changed accordingly. Once we discovered D-Mail, we conducted an experiment, aka Operation Erd, to study how D-Mails works. Though all things considered, things haven't really changed that much. The primary difference is that I surrender the experiment on focusing to creating new gadgets. And of course, now that we have 8 lab members here instead of 6, those are the only differences. What's strange? My reading standard. For a genius girl, you sure don't have much of a memory, Christina. I shall tell you again, so listen closely. I have the power to bear witness to fluctuations in the world. This power is known as Reading Steiner. Nope! Because it is the choice of Steins Gate. This is why I will never ascend beyond the level of assistant. Changing a single event for the D-Mail has a ripple effect that changes events that occur afterwards. As evidenced by Kurisu's behaviour up to this point, memories from the world before the change are erased. Because to the majority of the world, those memories are events that never happened. One cannot have memories of something that never happened. That would be the natural conclusion to draw. Of course, I exist in the new altered now too. But it seems I alone have the ability to remember events from before the world was changed. That is my special ability, Reading Steiner, a gift from God that I alone possess. The downside is that I don't know exactly how the D-Mail has changed the world when I enter a new reality. What? I don't know. Huh? Kurisu choked out a horrified gasp. For you, my faithful assistant, I shall explain. Listen well, Christina! In order to verify a hypothesis, one must run a multitude of tests. So many that it could make your head spin. Just send a spree of messages, one of them will work. Not at all! The truth is that during these experiments, my right arm took on a life of its own and... Gah! Not again! I am not Chunibyo. How dare you insinuate? Such arrogance for a mere assistant. But letting my anger show would be immature. I immediately take out my phone and put it to my ear. Not to worry, everything's fine. This is merely another test placed before me. This is not a problem, it is nothing. That's right, everything is the choice of Steins Gate. L. Did you do it? I'll do it anyway. L. Sai. Kongru. Hello, Mr. Bump, you are correct, we are very close. One away. I put the phone away only to find Mayuri standing right beside me. I take it your friend is Trey KX12 then, Mr. Bump. Come on, Mayuri, how many times do I have to tell you that my name is Hoin Kiyoma? Some battles cannot be won. I've been telling her for 5 years now, but she still doesn't get it. I can't say I like being called Ocarine, but I guess I'll let her get away with it now. So, what do you do, Mayuri? I have no time for this. You've got something you want to talk to me about, right? Oh god, what's ready? Ready? Oh, right, the party. Okay. Oh. As I looked around, I saw everyone who was once busy setting things up staring at me. Now that I think about it, everyone gathered together today for some reason. I may not remember what, but I have no choice but to rise to the occasion. In a single grand motion that left my lab coat fluttering, I made my declaration. Alright! Let our 89th Round Table Conference commence! And in a few minutes, the world was in chaos. Or at least the laboratory.
She
doesn't hate Kurisu in this timeline. I definitely did not force her. Oh, whoa, that's a cool pan. Oh, we got actual made fried chicken, not just instant for once. Let's go. I'm assuming Luca is a boy in this timeline. Oh no, Daru, keep it in your pants, man. I don't like the sound of that move. Mixy mix gaze. Man, give Daru something. You could make him pack anything for you. That's a good offer. What is wrong with all of you? This sort of chaos is an affront to our storied round table conference. This should be an important meeting that determines the direction of our lab. How could they take it so lightly? What is? How dare you question me? It's round table, not roundable. But even if I correct her, Mayuri won't remember. I'll just pretend she said it right. But I like talking about complicated things. Yes, I 100% remember doing that. Why on earth would I say something like that? Even if I did say it, it's a mystery as to why. Nonetheless, we should quiet down before Mr. Braun comes in here to yell at us. That seems like a good enough excuse. The Future Gadget Laboratory is located just outside of Akihabara, on the second floor of an old two-story building. Mr. Braun is the grumpy old owner of the Braun Tube Workshop on the first floor. He's dedicated his life to CRT TV, though it's hard to imagine much demand for his services in this day and age. Still, in spite of Mr. Braun's grumpiness, he incites no fear in a man of as many hidden talents as myself. But I'd really rather not incite his anger without good reason. Especially because Mr. Braun is also the owner of the yacht. I can't. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. Of the building. This building. Fortunately, my overflowing charisma convinced him to rent us an entire floor's worth of space for next to nothing. Mr. Braun truly has an eye for greatness, but that's not to say he can't be fickle. Long story short, I'd rather not cause a ruckus that makes him angry and causes him to storm in here raising our rent, as I may or may not have received several threats of this nature before. Yeah, making noise is not a good idea. Is that true? Why would he leave the shop to you? That seems like a bad decision. I don't know why Brandon doesn't play anymore. I haven't asked him. The girl with the braided hair said this as she picked up a snack and pops it into her mouth. This girl with braided hair, Amane Suzuha, is a part-time warrior hired by the Braun Tube Workshop. If she says he's gone, then maybe there's nothing to worry about. Although I expect when the new Mario Kart DLC comes out, Brandon will probably play with us then. By the way, part-time warrior, what are you doing here? Rubber man? What? You mean lab man? How is that anywhere near rubber man? Oh right, I just remembered. Right, that did happen. I see, so she's our 8th member. Well, I don't remember why I let her in, but this is yet another choice made by Steins Gate. I may hardly know this girl, but I have to believe that I will. At times, benevolence is necessary in the pursuit of bringing chaos upon the world. So, I want you to answer my question. What are you doing? Or at least she refers to it as a meeting. That's more than everyone else is doing. I don't know, Mr. Bump. In the last 2 games, there were choices, but those were probably story-based games. This is more of a spin-off, a side one. I'm assuming there'll be like a couple of choices I get to make. That's not what I meant. Your boss left his shop in your care, correct? You're hanging out here. What? I mean, she's not wrong. That's exactly what I would do in that situation. Impossible. I began shaking from the sheer shock of what I was hearing. So this is what the generation younger than us is like. Mr. Braun, I'm afraid that I've misjudged your so-called eye for greatness. I don't think I've played many games that come in 3s. I mean, I also played Bayonetta 3. Bayonetta 3 was alright. I didn't like some of the characters, but, you know, the gameplay was good. How many games have I played in 3s? And it also depends how much time passes, because the third generation of the game, if it's gone from like the 90s era to the 2000s, will probably be loads better. Anyway, get distracted. Fine, fine, I'll allow you to have fun. Well, if that's the case, I won't object. In reality, I had a number of objections, but I guess it is sometimes important to provide your subordinates with breaks. Wait! I should be the one to... No! That's my job! I am your leader! You will not take the toast away from me! God damn it. The one who founded this lab should be the one to make the toast. Yes, there is very much so something wrong, Faddis. No, nothing in particular. My pride isn't hurt. I can show everyone kindness for a day. Owen Kiyomura is not a man to be bothered over such insignificant matters. And this Ferris girl. Not at all, I mean my usual self. What? Wound? What are you talking about? Such a minor wound wouldn't... Leave me be! Don't touch me. What is she even talking about? First of all, I've never heard of this Grand Crusade. Paris is the most popular girl at Maid Cafe May Queen, whatever that says, where Mayuri also works. Daru is a big fan of hers, but I'm not great at following all of the imaginary things she makes up. She always steals my stories, adds her own settings onto them, and makes them even more impenetrable. I call this technique dubbing 10. It's truly terrifying. Well, you say she's ugly, but our hacker friend seems to take a liking to her. If I were to go along with her stories, people around me would begin assuming that I'm delusional. And our main character took a shine to her in one of the endings for the first game. And allow me to make one thing clear. The things I say are not the ramblings of delusion. I speak the truth. I will not abide being lumped in with her. In fact, I should probably change the subject before she gets too carried away. Now that I think about it, you're lab number 2. Yeah, the chunky one is a hacker. She does have the coolest lab member number. She is 007, which, you know, that is the cooler one. Although personally, I think Suzuha should have gotten 007, but whatever. It's like I just hear a buzzing sound. I also did tune out exactly what she was saying. Anyway, tell me, why did you join the laboratory in the first place? Because... Oh, cool. Yes, I understand completely. I listened to everything you just said. Didn't let her finish. I can waste no more time on Paris. As I turned my back to her, my eyes met those of the person who stood right in front of me. Ah, Luka. Ah, Lukako. Urushibara Luka. My disciple, in the same grade as Mayuri and lab member 006. Probably. At a glance, Luka seems like the ideal Japanese woman. Beautiful and elegant. However, he's a guy. I like the camera work. While preparing for the party, Luka was working more quickly and efficiently than anyone else. But he's a guy! No, wait. I took a close look at Lukako's face. Oh? Is he a guy? Or is he not? I am not Okabe. That's right. Doesn't look any different. Ah, right, okay, so he's already lived through the timeline where he was a girl. A few hours before, I changed the past using a D-mail. Lukako made a surprising confession that it was his dream to be a girl. While it seemed an impossible feat, even with a time machine, he sent a message to his mother's pager. Ooh, I've got mail! Wait, I want to pick up my phone. How do I do that? I don't know how to do that in this game. I don't know how to do it in this game. I've not played this game before. What are the controls? Hang on, how do I look at the controls? Tips list. It's got to be in tips list. No, this isn't tips. How do I open the phone? I'm receiving mail. I want to... Shit. You don't want to be a girl, Mr. Bump? Oh well, I'll figure out how to answer my mail later. Yes, you have, I don't know, you have something on your face. Lukako, can I ask you something? Where's his mail? Do you remember sending a message to your mother's pager? Oh god, he might very well be a girl. So you didn't send her anything?
そもそも僕のお母さん、昔ならともかく今はポケベルなんて持ってませんし。
You never know, Mr. Bump, she could swing the other way. And then it would help you out. I want to know how to receive the mail. Oh, I apparently quick saved the game. I didn't intend to do that. Oh shit. I went through the... So you didn't send her anything? I see. So there we are. I thought you might have, but perhaps I was overthinking things. Nothing seems to have changed about Luca. There must be a way to open my phone. There has been in every other game. I keep quick saving. Nothing seems to have changed about Luca. I'm relieved, but also kind of sad. I know I've got mail, I don't know how to answer it. Why are you sorry? He's just as emotionally intuitive as ever. But he's a guy. I love the camera fan. I won't bully my disciple as much as I want. Thank you very much, Mayuri. Right, Mayuri. Besides, Luca's my disciple. We have an agreement in place for things like this.
オカリンってもしかしてそっちの趣味があったん？だとしたら今度から僕も気をつけなきゃ。
Luca the monkey. Yes. Luca might be a girl in this timeline. I have no fucking clue. How do I answer the bloody phone though? There's got to be a button. You idiot! That's not what I meant! Well, he's still definitely into me, boy, girl or not. Huh? What? No. They're all... Luca's just out of themselves. Yes, Luca, you did just say something weird. Well, I'll just pretend I didn't hear that. And actually... Hey! What gives? Oh, now I can open my phone. Finally. Hey, answer... I don't know, because I haven't been told. Hey, Shining Finger. If you've got something on your mind, just say it. Stop messaging me when I'm right in front of you. I don't give a shit how good you are at talking to people. Speak like a human being. Shining Finger. So named for unbelievably fast messaging skills, a title I bestowed upon her. Her real name is Kiryu Moeko or something. I don't really care. She works at an editing company in Akihabara called Art Rewriter. I made her lab member 005 to swear her to secrecy when she found out about D-Mail a few days ago. But now that the past has changed, I can't be sure how she became a lab member. I'm sure that will reveal itself later, unless it doesn't. It's not a major concern right now. I'm telling you, I'm Hoin Kiyoma, and you should refer to me as such! I swear, it's so hard to find good help. Is this it? Do they all think so lightly of me? I have no choice but to show them the true terror of... I mean, it's just one boy. Our boy, the main character, is nice and slender. I don't actually know what the new gadget is yet. My vengeful enthusiasm wanes. I don't think that sort of approach would work on her anyway. You want to know about the new gadgets? It'll be revealed to myself as well. Oh, so you're curious too, Ferris? You went through a lot?
どうした？もしかしてフェイリスさん、なんか大変なことでもあるん？
I'm curious.
本当に？僕でよければいつでも力を貸すから言ってほしいよ。
Yeah, I'm sure she can, and I'm sure she won't. She'll just drag me into whatever it is. No, the main character is hang on. Find a picture of him for you. That's our main character right there. The guy in the middle. Crossing his arms. That's our main character. Well, I'm sorry, Daru, but life isn't a hentai game. Daru, now might not be the best for Eero logic. We can all hear you. Yes, I want to see what the gadgets are. Well, you corrected yourself in time, I'll allow it. Well, Mr. Bump, I've never met you, so I can't say whether you'd make a good girl or not. Everyone in the lab is looking at me. I see that you all now finally understand the significance of being lab men. Listen closely. The new gadget. There. There. I don't know. Daru, explain! I told you, my memory has been altered by demon experiments. I have no idea what we've made. I wish I could explain, but I have no damn clue what kinds of gadgets I made. The eating? What? The reading Steiner! It's closer. No, she cannot. Daru. Mahiri, please don't. Ferris, don't you interject. They're talking about naughty things, Suzuha. Stay out of it. Ignore your father. This isn't good. This is the lab crew I assembled, but there's so little synergy that I can't get a word in edgewise. If you please, Daru, explain the new gadgets to them. Hopefully loudness is enough to get us back on track. Why do they have to explain what my bad means? I'm not an idiot. I get how some of it is like, you know, texting lingo, but you would definitely make a brilliant penguin, Mr. Bump. 10 out of 10 penguin.
それじゃあまずは
He got a couple of cardboard boxes from the curtains off development room and put them on the table. The dubious, I mean creative objects sat before us. They're so crappy and charming, I don't even know where to start describing them. So I'll describe them in the order Daru did. Future Gadget number 9, Homing Diva, that's a questioning name. Number 10, Surprise Specs. Number 11, One Scooch Prevails. These aren't, oh fuck, I forgot the phrase. They don't inspire confidence, these names. Your personality suits one of the girl? No, I don't think so. From what I've been able to judge from your character, I wouldn't say that your personality suits that of the girl. These are. I desperately searched for words once Daru finished. A frown plastered over my face. Try shit, maybe? There's probably shit. No! What on earth are these weird gadgets? Right! Every one of them looks totally useless! How amazing these are! Holy Showa Masterworks! Or... What? That doesn't make sense as a sentence. Even I tremble in fear of my own genius! What? Huh? Everyone's confused. I've noticed it before, but this girl sometimes speaks in Channel slang. She may act all business, but I suspect she may be secretly an Channeler. Well, I know her handle. It's something else and Kamehameha. Probably not. The part-time warrior is pointing at one of the new gadgets. Of course. You're all lab members, so go right ahead. I'm worried about what's going to happen when she touches it. Most likely it'll explode. Play! I don't think I said play. As soon as the word left Suzuha's lips, everyone took the gadgets in their hands and started examining them from every angle. Now that I think of it, I think this is the first time I've ever seen them so interested in our gadgets. Mr. Bump, you're gentle-hearted. It was only me and Daru until a week ago, but now I kind of regret that it wasn't me who built these gadgets. Well, technically it was. Look, just because we're on a budget, doesn't mean my inventions are bad. Oh god, what's it gonna do? Oh, Daru. Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. Yes, calm it down, Daru. Anyhow. What doesn't set Daru off? Well, it's a party, so I might as well let him have his fun. Oh my god, he's got a fucking nosebleed. Didn't even notice that. What's Moeko up to? I don't trust her one bit. Yeah. What are you gonna move? My IBN? Hands off. Shining Finger stood before the panicking Kurisu holding the skateboard. Alright, you can have the skateboard. But from what Daru explained, that skateboard is... Why did Steam just... I didn't open Steam. Crying out loud, man. No. Bad Steam. It did not give you permission to open. Christina, stop right now! I can't go off in here no matter what!
ダメよキリュウさん、それ以上やったら部屋の中が凍ら
Oh
ないように。
god, no. It's a rocket propelled skateboard, isn't it? Ah, shit. We were too late.
どうしたにゃ、これは一体何事にゃ。
Think Coke and Mentos, Ferris. Soda sprayed everywhere as the skateboard smashed into the wall repeatedly. Oh god, no. Mr. Braun's gonna be furious. The laboratory become a sticky, carbonated hell. Damn you, Finger! How dare you! That's right, you will!
すごく冷たいです。
Really? I thought it would have been warm.
わあ、炭酸ってすごいんだね。
What? You didn't know soda spray's... You've never seen a bottle rocket video on YouTube? My lord, sheltered woman.
もう、びしょびしょに濡れちゃったよ。
Daru, don't even. Anyhow.
あ、
Why?
甘飯今の
It's like I know. It's like I know when he's gonna come. Steam, stop opening! I have not once clicked on Steam to open. Why is it opening? Stop it! Daru, you might want to learn how to self-censor.
にょにょ、もうこんな時間にゃ。
Oh no. Ferris stood up in the middle of the festivities.
それじゃあ、フェイリスはそろそろ店に戻
To
れ
a
る。
cafe? Not home?
フェイリスさん行ってしまうん
Daru couldn't hide his disappointment. But it really wasn't all that late.
フェイリスはお店に戻ってやらなきゃいけないことが残ってるにゃ。フェリスちゃんが大変なのです。
Only Mayuri calls her Ferris instead of Ferris. It's a subtle nickname, but an affectionate one. I've got mail! As I mentioned before, Mayuri works for Ferris as Mayushi Nyan Nyan at Mayqueen. For someone who can be a little soft between the ears, I'm impressed that Mayuri's doing so well at work.
マヨシーもいつまでも遊んでたらダメにゃ。宿題いっぱいあるって言ってたにゃ。
Well, I mean, I'm a genius. I could always do her homework for her for a price.
ルカ君。あ、ごめん。僕は終わらせちゃった。ルカ君は優等生なのです。
Mayuri, you really should focus on your studies. That's what students are supposed to do after all.
今日のお前が言うなすれはここですか
What? I'm a genius, thank you very much. I'm going to university in a timeline. I don't need the pedestrian education taught in schools. Why? I'm Hoin Kiyoma!
理由になってねえよ。
This girl before me probably has no need for the typical education system either.
それじゃあ、みんなまたにゃ。
Goodbye. We saw Ferris off as she walked out the door. Then Kurisu stood up. Oh no, don't let Kurisu leave.
さてと、それじゃあ私もこの辺で。クリスちゃんも帰っちゃうの？うん。私はまだ完成させなきゃいけないガジェット
Two
が
more?
ほどあるから。
Oh god. What have I done? What? You're making more?
だから、全部あんたがやれって言ったん
I
だ
don't
ろ。
remember telling you to make more. Like I said a million times, I can't remember!
状況が変わろうと、あんたはあんたなんだから、ぐだぐだ言うな。
Oh, Kurisu, you may be a genius, but what is the use of English there? Damn, she's got a point.
とにかく、資金難をなんとかしなきゃならんのなら、つべこべ言うな。
We're not in bankruptcy, I don't know what you mean. Bankruptcy? I was going to ask her what she meant, but she disappeared behind the curtain into the development room. Bankruptcy. I'm sure that's what she said. Hey Daru, what did she mean by that?
どういうことも何もそのままの意味だお
Daru explained that our recent gadget obsession was brought about by our bankruptcy. The Future Gadget Laboratory was never exactly flush with the cash, and something really serious must have happened. How the hell? I wanted to know the reason for our bankruptcy, but... Daru and Mayuri didn't waste a word. Their faces told me everything I needed to know. It was my fault. Shit, what have I done? So what are these other gadgets that we're working on? Oh shit, I've lost all our money. There. What? Daru? Come on! Yeah, but I'm worried at what I've asked to be created. It's probably awful. Grr. They know I can't remember anything! And their teasing makes my curiosity even worse! Okay, Daru. If there are 2 gadgets in development, why not tell me about just one of them? Really? Oh. So you're making it up as you fly, are you? Christina? I have to guess what Christina's ideas are, huh? Could it have something to do with neuroscience? That is her speciality, after all. If that's the case, then it must be. Nope, no idea. Well, if I don't even know what I told my crew to make, there's no way I'd be able to figure out what my assistant is making. Huh. Now things are getting interesting! Right now, don't care what these next 2 gadgets are. I'm not even going to ask why we're in dire financial straits. We've got 5 new gadgets on hand. I'm sure they'll help us get the money we need soon enough. You guys! The future of these future gadgets is bright! I'm not sure what you're talking about. Don't worry about the details! Now's the time for fun! Let's get this party started! Hey, Lukako, finger! This calls for a toast! Okay, I'm sorry. The next day. Hey, can you hear me? We've got a problem. Actually, no, that's not quite right. Problem doesn't even begin to cover it. Listen carefully. Our lab has been taken over. Like I said, it's bad. What? No, the enemy is too capable. There's no way to retake our lab without casualties. If you truly insist, then there's no other way around it. I'll do it. Right. We're breaking in. If we survive, the first round's on me. I put away my cell phone and stepped into enemy territory. I still really want to know how to open my mail. I would have hoped there was, you know... Oh? Is this? No. Help! I should have clicked that. That would have helped, wouldn't it? Phone trigger are the bottom ones. There we go. This one? Ah shit, I've got to choose responses. The banquet was... I've never had a party. What should I say to Lukako? wasn't a banquet, it was a round table conference. Let's hang out with your school friends. Is a way of being more productive. Let's try and be nice. These two seem mean though, but they seem most like humans. He's always telling us to practice. We'll send this one. But we'll just have to wait for a response. Alright, address book. Or what wallpaper should we go with? Oh, that's freaky. I want Kurusu's blood. Let's go. The classic. Yeah, I don't want that one. We'll have Gate of Steiner. I think that's from what do you call it? It said it changed my mind. I haven't done that. Yeah, and this can be our text message one. All right, we've done it. Oh yeah, there's my wallpaper, right? That now just casually comes up every time. Just blood on my phone screen. That's not terrifying at all. I put away my cell phone and stepped in enemy territory. Christina! How long are you going to make me wait before we send the next email? What? That's not a warm welcome.
それが完成するまでは D メールは使用禁止だからそれまで邪魔するなわかったな
She didn't have to be quite so vicious about it. Besides, this is my lab in the first place.
オカリンを一括のもとに追い出すとか、マキセ三角形。
She's not the goat. I looked up at the voice and saw Daru looking at me with a grin on his face. I wasn't tossed out. It was a strategic withdrawal. By the way, Daru, when did you get here?
今北産業。
It appears he arrived as I was sneaking behind enemy lines. And as for Christina, well, I kind of understand how she's feeling. As a researcher, being interrupted in the middle of your work is a real pain. Guess I'm out of luck. Experimenting on D-mail is certainly a pressing matter. It's not worth risking my life over.
でどうする？
If I can't perform any experiments, there's no reason to stay around here. What are you going to do, Daru? Are you going to make it again?
もちろんと言いたいところだけど、今。
Oh, dang it, Make Queen decided to swing by the lab to play in Eroge or something.
残念外れ。今日はエロゲじゃなくて MMORPG これまでとは比べ物にならないくらい強いドラゴンとか出るらしいのだぜ。
Daru continued to wax poetic about this dragon, but I didn't pay much attention. Whether he plays an Eroge or an MMORPG makes no difference to me.
そういえばオカリン、ついさっき秋葉がちょっとした騒ぎだったんだ。
No, not really. What is...
今流行りのファンタズムってバンドあるっしょ？オカリンは知らないっけ？
Phantasm. I feel like I've heard of Phantasm before. Where I would have heard of them. Underestimate nature and peril. Of course I've heard of them. He's clearly heard of them. I'm pretty sure I have. Like, I don't know from where. Phantasm. Apparently they're a pretty big deal. They made a splash last year in the indie music scene and made their official debut this year. Shortly thereafter, they provided the theme to the anime Rainet Kako. Ah, it might have been in credits. I don't know. First mentioned something like that a few days ago. Anyway, why does Phantasm have everyone so riled up?
秋葉を電波ジャックしたんだお。
Signal jack the airwaves?
そうなんよ。新曲のキャンペーンかなんか PC 用のモニタから UPX の街頭モニタまで秋葉にあるモニタというモニタに PV が流れて
Nice. Airwave hijacking. Just like Joker.
それにしてもファンタズムも有名になったもんだよな。1年目か今更ファンタズムとかどうよって感じ。僕なんか2年前に聞き飽きてたレベルだわ。
What? That doesn't make sense. Despite how annoying Daru's rambling was, most of his words didn't make their way to my brain. It was something else was occupying my thoughts.
なおかり
Like the
聞い
cat
て
at the
る
window stalking a prey.
ダリオそれだ
Daru, that's it!
は
I looked Daru dead in the eyes, straight into his slightly dilated pupils.
それって何のことな。
だからその電
I'm
波
talking about hijacking the airwaves! If they can do it, we can too, right? He's giving me a look that says, what the hell is this guy on about? Still, I keep talking.
いいかだ
Think about
俺
it.
たちのやろうとして
What
い
is
る
it
ことは
that
何
we're
だ
trying to do?
ヘンテコガジェットを作って遊ぶ。
違う
No! We're trying to destroy the system that controls the world and plunge society into chaos!
ガジェットの作成は
Creating gadgets is only part of it!
ないのだ
ああ、そういやそうだったっけ。でそれが何か。
わからん
Seriously? How can you be this dense?
あるだ
I want to do the thing! The one they do on TV all the time. The speech thing!
ああ、なる。例のあれですね。ジークしよう。
まあ
Well,
So you-
close enough. Once the system has been destroyed, we need to let the world know. We won't be able to do so if we haven't prepared for it.
なるほどね。おかり。
で
So, think we can do it?
まあ、できんじゃね。何
Excuse me? His response was so casual that I couldn't help but blurt out my disbelief. To be frank, I was hoping things would unfold in a more dramatic, thoughtful, one last ride sort of fashion. But hey, if the man knows he can do it, all the better.
ただそのためには機材が。
言っておく
You do know that
Ima,
the
Rabbi,
laboratory
you're
doesn't
not
have
gonna
any
like-
budget to spare, right?
そんなことは分かってるよ。でもそうなると。
Daru explained that hijacking digital networks would be extremely difficult for us as we are now. That's not to say that hijacking the analog networks would be much easier.
アナログ回線をジャックするためにはある程度電波の出力が大きくないと。要するに今このラボにあるものだけを使うとなると、そうだな、せいぜい秋葉原中に
Better than
任意
nothing.
の映像
Analog
を流
networks
すくらい
in
の
this
こと
day
しか
and
で
age,
きないか
and
と
only
思わ
in
れる。
Akihabara. That sounds so pathetic.
まあそういうわけだし、無理して
いや
No, that
それで
sounds
いい
good.
いいって
もしかしなくてもそういうことだ
It's easy to give up when something seems pointless. But a small step forward is still a
本
step.
当に作るん。
当然だ
Of course.
一
While
見
it
意
may
味
seem
のない
like a pointless waste of our time,
無駄と思える
this
こと
is
こ
said to
そ
be the
よ
cornerstone
り
of
大
our
きなことを
greater
成し遂げる
achievement.
ための
言っとくけど、これ規模は小さいって言っても犯罪だお。それでもいい？
What? Seriously?
何？もしかして知らずに言ってた？
Of course I did! I didn't. A crime? I may want to destroy the system governing our world, but that doesn't mean that I want to be a criminal. I want to plunge our society into chaos, sure, but I want to do it legally. This guy has no balls on him.
じゃあやっぱやめとくってことで OK？ まあ結局こうなるとは思ってたんだけど。
What do you mean?
だってなんだかんだ言ってオカリンってチキンだしさ。やばいこと
What's
には
wrong,
手を出さないでしょ。
Chicken? What did he just say? Did he just call me a chicken? Did he just call me a chicken? Daru doesn't yet know it, but I'm going to make him eat those words.
つうわけだから僕は
待て
Halt! I called out to him as he was leaving, my tone firm yet effortlessly cool. No force, no matter how mighty, could even think of stopping me.
Go
Ooh, we've got the dark music. That's a go.
は？
He stands frozen in place, stupefied. I say it again, slowly.
聞こえなかったのか。
Didn't you hear me?
Go.
I said, that's a go.
5ってもしかして作れってこ
Does
と？
this game actually have a plot to it? I didn't think this game would actually have a plot to it. But I mean, it's seeming kind of serious, you know? For the introduction.
もしかしなくてもそういうことだ。
That's exactly right. For your information, I'm not getting worked up because he called me a chicken. I, Hoin Kiyoma, refuse to yield to such minor insults. For that is the choice of Steins
マ
Gate.
ジかよ。
Stupefied indeed, Mr. Bump.
一度作ると言ったもの
We're doing it! Even if our actions defy God's will!
目に背くことになったと
Besides,
してもだ。
if it looks like we'll get in real trouble, we can always back out last second. He's
てか
still a
さ
chicken.
そもそも作ったとして何を流すん？どうせオカリンのことだし、そこまでは考えてない。
そんなものは
We can save that decision for when the time
今は
comes.
物を作るのが
First,
最優
we
先
have
だ。
to make the machine.
いいな。
Got it. My favorite right arm.
はいはい、わかったお。その代わり、ラボにあるもの適当に使う
I
か
love how
ら。
Daru just doesn't even care about breaking the law. If I tell him to do it, he'll do it.
ああ、問題ない。
Sure, that's not a problem. Our inventory is at your disposal. Now our plans are in place to make gadget number 14. I guess we'll need to hold another meeting soon. Anyway, my work for the day is done. Alright, I've got a message from Lukako. Just 10 swings. Okay, how should we reply? I was worried you didn't have any friends. A 100 swings. I mean, sure, we'll send this one as soon as most Kiyomori. Message sent. Back to my blood screen. Why did I set this? It looks cool, but why did I set this? I'll leave the lab to my assistant and Daru and head out to Akihabara.
んじゃ、マキセ氏の作業が一段落する頃を見計らって。
では、あとは頼んだぞ。
I'm counting on you, Daru. Anyway, I'm heading out.
あ、オカリン。
なんだ
What?
そんな装備で大丈夫か？
大丈夫だ。
No problem.
問題ない。
Everything's fine. I turned my back to the smirking Daru and stepped out into the scorching sun. Oh wow, that's cool how they have the little sun thing going across the
岡部
screen.
倫太郎
This has got to be Suzuha. No sooner had I left the lab than someone called me by my full name.
だから。
How many times must I tell you, part-time warrior? I am Hoin Kiyoma, and shall be addressed as such.
ああそうだっけじゃあおおいいやっぱり覚えて
No,
ない
you're
から
not. You will not call me Okabe Rintaro.
そうか。ならばそれで。
So be it. You should call me. Wait!
その場合、
I should be the one who gets to decide what you call me.
決めることのはずだろ。
そんなこと言ったって私にとっては昔から岡部倫太郎
昔から。
Always? What the heck is she talking about? Ah, so I clearly don't know that she's a time traveler. Might not make it. Lab. Homework. You fool! If you had planned ahead, your summer homework wouldn't have been a problem. Save me, you say? I think it's funnier to call her a fool. There we go. We've successfully called Mayuri a fool. Do I bother checking these messages? I've got a lot of them. Oh wait, I sent myself some. Okarin's a perv, okay. We've got the lotto numbers. Okabe is an airhead. Okay. Strength up. What the fuck is this? I'm not even... Well, I opened the YouTube link and it showed me a cool little like science video, but I don't even know what this is, so I'm going to ignore that. How many letters work? What's up? It's all good. Bye. I am Chris. Christina is not 3 lines, is the limit. The rest is 1 or 2. Change limit. What? Interesting. Sending the alphabet now. I got it now. 2 bytes is 6 characters. 1 byte is 12 characters. 1 more, please. And then we've just got ones from Shining Finger. What about these ones? With 60 sec time change. What's my Mayuri.save? She's just saying hello. Depending on the timer, change ETA. 1 second equals an hour. More from Shining Finger. Or one from Mayuri here. Gara wants me to call him. Okay. I've checked in my phone and ignored every one of Shining Finger's messages. What the heck is she talking about? We've only known each other for a week. Though perhaps through a lens of youth, a week might seem to be a lifetime. Nothing! I don't come from the future. Seemingly noticing how strange she sounded, Suzuha waved her hands as if to say, forget about it. I'm sure it was, time-traveling lady. Now she's pouting. It will do no good. It's already imprinted in my head that this girl is a part-time warrior. Nothing can change that now. Oh, it's, Nai. As my gaze lowered, I saw a small shadow close in behind the part-time warrior as if trying to hide. That shadow turned out to be a small girl, still in elementary school. She wore her short hair and pigtails on either side of her head. The moment her eyes met, the little girl hid herself behind the part-time warrior. It's only natural that Sister Braun would cower in fear before an aura as tremendous as my own. And I've terrified her. Look, I just remember when she time-leapt back to her child's body, stabbed Shining Finger, and then ran away laughing, I'm going to kill you and torture you. You know, that's imprinted on my mind forever, because that wasn't in the anime and that shocked me. Suzuha gently spoke to the little girl as she tried to hide. This little girl Nai is the daughter of the owner of this building, so I call her Sister Braun. I've heard that she's in the 6th grade, but she looks much younger. I believe that's partially why her father, Mr. Braun, adores her so much. His love borders on madness at the best of times. Yeah, like when he shot himself. Yeah, I'm not gonna hurt her, but she's probably gonna hurt me if she's from the future too. She describes me as if I'm some sort of exotic creature. Wait, why does she call me uncle? I'm not your uncle! I thought it was Suzuha who called me uncle. Bah! I've told her what to call me before, but she refuses to learn. Suzuha looks up in the sky as if she's trying to recall a distant memory. Below her, Sister Braun is shaking her head in confusion. I see. I thought we talked about this a few days ago, but it seems as though things have changed. Anyway, I'm not old enough to be your uncle. If you're going to make me some sort of relative, call me Big Brother, okay? In this world, there are times when you call someone who isn't a sibling. Remember that, Sister Braun. It's not nonsense. I'm teaching her the harsh realities of our society.
それが教育かどうかは知んないけどさ、そんなことばっか。
大変な目だ。
Rubble? Do my ears deceive me, or is that a threat?
この俺だとしたら残念。
I'll tell you now that it won't work. For I, Horin Kiyoma, laugh in the face of danger. Yep, I predicted I was about to say, cue Mr. Braun. I turned around to look at who had called my name, and there stood a man with a stern look on his face. The one and only Mr. Braun. Mr. Braun, how long have you...
ついさっきからだが、なんなんだ。お前は俺に聞かれちゃ困ることをな。
No, not at all. This man, the mere sight of whom would make 10 out of 10 children cry, is the owner of the building and a CRT, or Braun Tube fanatic. This man is Tanoji Yugo, though his ownership of the Braun Tube workshop is owned in the name Mr. Braun, or as he likes to be known by Cern Ferdinand Braun. So if you've ever started thinking she's cute... Oh wait, I'm reading his line. Okay, I hear you loud and clear, mate. What kind of person do you think I am? No, of course not. I'd never say that. Make up your mind! Seeing her smile, the owner's face distorted into a mockery of a grin. It was too disturbing to be called a smile. People who spoil their kids like he does are the reason there are so many DQN plebs in the world today. Weird? Such rudeness! This invention will pave the way of our future. First from the part-time warrior and now from Mr. Braun. Was this some sort of workshop policy? Still. Mr. Braun, as I've told you before, your threats have no power over me. I can bet I wouldn't. Violence is nothing to Horin Kiyoma. It does not scare me one. Understood, it won't happen again. He has 0 balls. He nodded with satisfaction and proceeded to re-enter the workshop hand in hand with Nai. You got tricked, you fools! I declared my victory once I confirmed that they were both safely out of earshot. Consider me a coward if you like, but know this, part-time warrior. Horin Kiyoma is a ruthless man who will achieve his goals by any means necessary. Suzuha's voice was surprisingly light. It seemed as though she took my comments in stride. Well, if it's necessary, sure. We're going to hold another soon, in fact. Why do you ask? Suzuha looked so happy as she looked up at that window that I could tell she was speaking from her heart. By the way, did you make up with Christina? Yeah, I was going to say, she didn't seem to hate her in this timeline. Yeah. So this must be if she doesn't hate Kurisu, then we must be on the Alpha World line. I imagine we're on the Alpha World line if she doesn't hate Kurisu. Is that so? No, it's nothing. I guess I was wrong. She waved goodbye before she disappeared into the store. Interesting. Well, better to have lab members getting along than hating each other. Until yesterday, Suzuha looked at Kurisu with hatred, but I guess things have changed. Though I suppose these things happen when you switch world lines. I'm assuming there's not going to be any like completely serious plot. 10 years ago, in the year 2000, a man calling himself John Titor appeared on an American internet message board, claiming to hail from the year 2036. The self-proclaimed future man explained the workings of a supposed time machine. In addition, he shed light on a number of events that were supposed to take place after the year 2000. He was active on this board for a mere 4 months. However, his words and actions made an impact, and word of his existence spread all the way to Japan. Though many of his predictions did come true, a fair share were proven false. And thus there are many who doubt that he really did come from the future. Though a man claiming to be John Titor has recently re-emerged onto the internet, this time on the massive Japanese internet message board site, @channel. When I engaged him instead of the time travel theory he previously provided, he presented me with what he called the attractor field theory. According to him, our world is made up of countless world lines. The places where many of them cluster together are called attractor fields. An attractor field could be a large swath of history spanning 100 years or more. In his words, every single action in a single attractor field ultimately culminates into one single point, one single event. Let's say, for example, that I'm going to purchase a beverage. The decision to purchase a Dr. P or a cola is theoretically mine to make, but perhaps when I arrive at the store, the Dr. P is sold out, or a friend buys a cola for me. One way or another, cola ends up quenching my thirst. In other words, the world is constructed in such a way that the end results will have already been decided, meaning that no matter how many emails I use to change the past, things ultimately end up in the same place. However, according to him, there may be more than one attractor field. In other words, if we manage to leave this attractor field, we may wind up in a world line that's a part of a parallel world. I do not know whether this is true or not. I do not know who John Titor is. He may be a fraud or a raving lunatic. But personally, I find the attractor field theory to be fairly interesting. A few days ago, I was thinking of the conversation I had with John Titor as I walked, and I found myself in front of Radakan near Akihabara Station. Radakan was just as crowded as ever, of course. Just the other day, an incident occurred in which a mysterious satellite object appeared out of nowhere and smashed into the top of the building. But things have already been... it's going to be safely on top because we're in Alpha, I think. I've also got mail! It was all I could do to keep from gasping. Let's have a look at my mail. Mayuri. Going to... Oh yeah. Oh yeah, your gig at May Queen. Almost every day since on vacation. You and I always have it rough. Yeah. We'll talk about Komima. There we go, I sent the message. Without thinking of it, I looked up at the building. And the building that, as of yesterday, had a satellite sticking out of it. Right there. The satellite was nowhere to be seen. I needed to collect my thoughts, so I left the noise of the station for the quiet of the shrine. Known as the Yanabayashi Shrine, this tiny place can be found near the Bansei Bridge. A familiar face was there to greet me.
Okabe-san, konnichiwa.
It was boiling hot, but he still smiled and gave me a small bow. Lukako, how many times do I need to tell you? I am not Okabe Rito. A white coat and bright red hakama pants? Traditional Miko garb. Cosplayers at the highest end cosplay cafes only wish they could wear them this well, all pale in comparison to the sight before me. The sight of Urushibara Luka, the child of the head priest of this shrine. But he's a guy! I love the sudden pan in every time. No matter how well the clothes suits him, he's no Miko. Then why is he wearing them, you ask? Because his father likes it that way. I almost feel bad for poor Luka, but I think that's just the way his family is. But there are more important things to worry about. Good, that's more like it. It seems that you've been keeping up with your practice too. Lukuko held a sword in his hands. While it may look like an imitation, looks can be deceiving. In reality... Okay, I've got a message. I have no time for that. And also, she'll force me to cosplay if I go to Komima, and I'll be having none of that. Clever. In reality, it's the demon sword Samudare, the blade that shall rend all evil. Even if Blade Works does sell them for 980 yen a pop. Damn, that's cheap as well. Rest assured, as long as you continue your daily practice, you will become a master of this thing. Shinzanma style. The most important thing is the will to keep going. Good. Now leave me with our traditional sign-off. Oh, she'll get it wrong. Oh, he'll get it wrong, sorry. Oh dear. Kongaroo! It's Kongaroo! Seeing him stumble over his attempt to say the right words left my heart aflutter. But he's a guy! I'm not shouting it. Why would I shout it longer? No, I definitely didn't shout his name. Making things up as you go along. What? You're going crazy. Oh my lord. Not at all, I just wanted to say hello since I was in the area. Oh, but Lukuko, do you remember the satellite? No, Luka's not going to remember a thing. Right, the one that hit Radio Taikan just the other day. Oh wait, well, we can't be in the Alpha World line because Kuroshi's dead in the Alpha World line. So are we in Steins Gate? He nearly jumped in surprise. It seemed like on a surprise too, he wasn't playing with me. Besides, it's Lukuko, he couldn't lie to me if he tried. Oh, never mind, I must have been mistaken. Once again, Lukuko looked at me with eyes like saucers. Though that's hardly a surprise. If someone came up to me saying a satellite smashed into Redicon, I think they were delusional too. But it proved something to me. In this world, the satellite never crashed. That discovery alone made this all worthwhile. Oh, Luka's dad calls me by the right thing. Well, I'm doing very well, thank you. Yeah, thanks for asking. Lukuko's dad appeared from the back of the shrine. In my timeline, we'd seen each other a couple of days ago, but I guess that's changed as well. He gave Luka and I a concerned look. Why is your African friend sorry, Mr. Bump?
今から裏の宝物殿の整理をしようと思ってね。
宝物殿
A sanctuary? There's a sanctuary at this little shrine? I never knew that.
ああ、宝物殿といっても大したものじゃありませんよ。ちょっとした倉庫みたいなものです。
奉納されたものなんかもそこに入れておくんですよ。
Oh, you're I was gonna say, I don't know why they're sorry. Well, I'm glad they think I'm really nice and fine. Aha. When you said sanctuary, my mind danced with images of holy treasure. Guess I should have kept my expectations in check.
そういえばルカ、この神社は古い。
Come to think of it, how old is the shrine?
確かこの場所に祀られるようになったのが万事2年という話ですから、だいたい江戸時代の初期から。
江戸時代
The Edo period! Yet another unthinking outburst. I mean, I thought this place was old, but I never thought it was that old. Today's just full of surprises.
そういうわけですから、倉庫の中も整理してやらないと。
それは
That sounds exhausting. Still, if this shrine is that old, maybe there are some ancient manuscripts or a monster spear or something lying around. Just thinking about it gets me fired up.
まあ、しかしお客様がいらっしゃ
Ah,
る
more
から
Ian.
なら、
Mayuri, stop texting me. Okay. Oh, no need to worry about me. I was just leaving anyway.
いや、でもそれは。
Not a problem. I only stopped by to say hello.
そういうわけだからルカ。
Anyway, Lukako, don't forget to
特訓を
practice.
忘れるん
Got
じゃない
it?
じゃない。
Oh, come on. Come on. We did this not 3 minutes ago, Luca.
コングルーだ。
Congru!
コングルー
Upon hearing Lukako's words, I said goodbye to his apologetic father and left the Yanabayashi shrine. Exploring their sanctuary intrigues me. I should probably save that for a time when Luca's dad isn't over our shoulder. I'll ask Lukako to show me around when I have a chance. Returning to the lab that night, I found Daru lazy on the couch playing his GS. GS? GS? Oh, the Nintendo DS, GS, I see. Interesting. Wonder what he's playing on the GS. Oops, I still had the pause menu open.
ダール。
Daru, what are you doing?
何って見ればわかるっしょ。愛しのののさんと熱海でチュッチュしてるんだ
Oh, he's not quite playing Bowser's Inside Story then. Daru answered without even taking his eyes off the screen. Apparently he's been obsessed with this game since it came out last month. It's all about flirting with girls.
そんなことを聞いているんではない。
Perhaps I should have clarified I meant what happened to the
新
gadget
作
house
ガジェット
it
の件は
made.
それならおおよその三段話で
Oh,
そ
do
れは
you
本
now?
当か。
Really?
今日ジャンクショップで必要なパーツのほとんどは買ってきたし、
そうか
Nice! This is why on my right arm.
まああとは巻き瀬し次第ってとこかな。
Daru's gaze finally broke from the screen as he turned to face the curtained off part of the lab. I guess Kurisu is still in there working on her gadgets. Given that she's taken over my base of operations, I should probably say something to her, but she is hard at work. I should probably wait until she's done. Besides, she's scary when she's disturbed.
あ、でもその代わり新しくできた11号機までのガジェットはホームページの通販に載っけといたんだぜ。
Finally distracted from his virtual dating, Daru put his game machine aside and grinned at me. He looked so proud. It's so annoying. Though I suppose his service is worth the annoyance.
おかりおか
Ah,
り
Mayuri's back. I heard the laboratory door open as someone loudly called my name. Oh, I've got mail? I didn't notice. Mayuri.
どうした？
Hold on, Mayuri. I
Omae wa
thought you were
yude.
going to do your
Natsuyasumi
homework
no
at
shudai
your
o shina-
place.
そうなんだけどね。でも今日はウェイクインのバイトがあったから帰ろ
Mayuri sat down on the couch, took out a banana with her bag and started eating it. So she's procrastinating. Mayuri loves bananas. Eating banana while talking about how her day went is practically her daily routine. However, her stories rarely have any actual content to them, so I just sort of nod along, not really listening. Nevertheless, she always tells me about her day with a smile on her face. As long as she's satisfied, I'm okay with that. I planned on letting her story just wash over me as usual, but... Well, we need to get a couple of bonuses first, so it might take a while. Priority-wise, it'll probably be about 6th on the list.
その6番目ってどこから来たん？
Since I said so. Microwave we had in the lab had turned into phone wave, being subject to change, so we can't use it anymore. Without a microwave, Mayuri can't have juicy chicken number 1, a frozen snack she loves just as much as her bananas. For her, a working microwave is a top priority. What bunch of work? What are you talking about? Mayuri giggled and smiled. Don't hide things from me. What's wrong, Mayuri? What's funny? Yes, I'm curious.
なになに？もしかしてエロい話？だ
違うよ。マユシはでもね、本当はね、ダル君やクリス
Imagine flirting. I had no idea Mayuri felt that way. I was always happy simply to have her with us, but I guess to her that wasn't enough. Though, why bring this up now?
でもね、もしかしたら今回マユシ
Oh?
何？もしかしてマユシも新しいガジェット？
そうじゃないの。
She's got money? Exactly, we're in this for the money. So Mayuri, if you don't mind, handing over some money, I mean, like that, then we can talk some business.
まあ今まで一個も売れたことないんだ。
Works of genius are never recognized in their time.
言ってることかっこいいけど、ダメじゃんそれ。
He's got a point. Any gadgets we can't sell are as good as junk. We really should figure out our marketing strategy at some point.
そこでマユシの
There's that smile again.
実はね、マユシは
Oh? Well, that has piqued my interest. What?
マユシ、それ本当？
実はマユシは今まで、そしたら今日ね、お客さんの中いくつかまとめて買い取って。
You did it, Mayuri! I took her hand in mine even before she finished talking, and I shook it with a force I usually reserve for Daru's greatest achievements. I love the music. It's really fast. It's fast-paced. Good job, Mayuri. Well done. Of course you did. I'm going to buy you a whole banana as a reward. Oh, one banana.
オカリン成功。そこはせめて一房って言う。
The amount of bananas doesn't matter. It's the gratitude contained within that counts. And Mayuri looks. When I looked at her smiling face, I could see that she wasn't lying. Anyway, our days of bankruptcy are over. Mr. Braun's reign of terror holds no power over us. I believe we've been enemies since the birth of humanity 12,000 years ago. It also doesn't help that he works for an organization that in a different world line tries to kill me.
ただ怖がってるだけじゃん。
I am not! It's just that the particular air about him puts me on edge.
そういうのを怖がるって言うんじゃね？
Shut up, Daru. You can call it whatever you want, but I have nothing to be afraid of. My future is bright. I bit my tongue as well. Ow.
あ、ブラウン氏が後ろに。
What? Ah!
オカリン今ちょっとビクって
なってない
No, not at all! I didn't just scream, shut up!
オカリン涙目。
だから違うと言っ
I said no, damn it!
あんまり騒ぐと本当に店長さん来ちゃう。
それじゃあ
At the station
ちゃ
now.
んとまっすぐ
Now don't
帰
forget
る
to
ん
go
だぞ
straight home.
途中で寝てしまって
And don't fall
乗
asleep
り過ご
and
した
miss
り
your
するんじゃ
stop.
ない知らない人に声
And
を
if a
かけられ
stranger
ても
tries to talk to you, don't
ど
go
こもついてる
anywhere
ん
with
じゃないぞ
them.
大丈夫だよ。
Remember, kids, if a stranger offers you sweets, there's probably more in his car. She said with a childlike smile. I decided to see Mayuri off since I was hungry and the station was on the way to a convenience store. She was in a good mood the whole time, probably because she was glad that she was able to help the lab out.
ねえオカリン。
She stopped on her way to the ticket gate and looked back towards me.
ん
Hmm?
あのね。送っ
どうしたのだ改
Why all
ま
the
って
formality?
だってね。なんだか。マユシ
Having
は
said
と
that,
って
she
も嬉し
resumed
か
her
ったの
journey
よ。
towards the ticket gate. Perhaps she was just looking for a place to belong. I found myself at the brink of sentimentality, but stopped myself before I could enter. That's not the person I am. Only the old immerse themselves in sentiment. Standing in the bustling crowd, I looked skyward to clear my head. As always, there stood Redicon, without a trace of an embedded satellite. By the time I dropped Mayuri off, swung by a convenience store and returned to the lab, Daru had crashed on the couch. His GS sits open beside him. He must have fallen asleep while playing it. Looks like he's having a good dream. From time to time, his lips form a lecherous smile. He's still wearing his headphones. They're lots of ones. Got mail from Mayuri. Surely she should know the name of her own stop. I simply did what I had to do. Alright, there we go. They're bulky ones too, probably a cheap pair themed after some game or anime. Most of the time, if he's playing an eroge, he won't even wear headphones when Mayuri's around. I guess he's more protective of his non-pornographic stuff. Oh god. What a weirdo. To be fair, this is coming from Yukiyama. Whatever, I better just leave him alone. I'm sure he'll wake up once he's gotten some shut-eye. After that, he'll probably head home or just go back to bed. It's not winter yet, so it's not like he's going to catch a cold without a comforter. I get up and head to the sink to make some hot water from some instant noodles. And then... Oh. Kuroshu's having a bad time. A deafening bestial howl cut through the darkness of the lab. What was that sound? I thought it came from outside the window, and so I heard it again. What's Christina found? That was definitely someone's voice. And it came from the development room. Kuroshu's the only one in there. It has to be her. Could it be that the gadget she's working on has suffered some major malfunction? Or could the failure of one of her experiments have enraged her into punching a hole in the wall? Like Americans. That'd be really bad! I don't even want to think about what Mr. Braun would say if he saw that. Hold on, let's think this over again. There's still no telling what really happened. At least not until I've checked for myself. Oh. I pushed the worst case scenarios out of my head and peeked through the curtain to the development room. I'm worried, this could actually have a serious plot. I don't actually know what happens in this game. And when I did... Oh my lord! I saw something I couldn't have imagined! There was Daru wearing gaudy, almost gown-like clothes. And he was surrounded by Kuroshu, Faris and Mayuri. Each one dressed in her own weird costume. What the fuck is this?
いや
Those words should not be coming out of Kurisu's mouth.
ねえフェリスダルナに大切な人にしてほしいにゃ。ダメだよ。
Oh lord.
いいのかい？僕は二次元嫁でも平気で食っちまう男だぜ。
This is disturbing.
普通は恥ずかしくて言えないようなことも平然とやってのけるダルナ。そこにしびれる憧れるね。
The scene was truly unreal, which makes sense given that what I saw was not reality. Merely an image of a monitor. On a computer screen in the center of the lab mems, excluding myself, approached Daru. What is Kurisu watching? Kurisu could do nothing but stare. It seemed like she was shaking, but I couldn't tell from just her back. Oh, well, what's she doing? The sight of Daru and the others surprised me, but Kurisu was the only one in here. Could these horrors playing out on the monitor have something to do with the new gadget she's been working on since yesterday? Could this be a game she made herself? And if so, why the fuck would she make it? That would honestly terrify me if she has actually made this game herself. It's too hellish to watch. I mean, everyone has their preferences, but there have to be limits. Why Daru, anyway? Could it be that Kurisu is a thing for... Before I could finish that thought, Kurisu stood up. She turned around and jumped at the sight of my presence.
いつからそこに？
ついさっきからだ。
But just at least...
っていうことは。
Oh, I very much so did see it, Miss Kurisu.
ああ、この目でしっかりとな。
Yep, I saw everything. What have you been doing? As soon as she heard my response, Kurisu became flustered and timid.
違うの。あれはその。
Seems like Daru's not the only one into Eero games.
いいのだ、助手よ。
It's fine, my assistant.
いいってどういうこと？
俺は
I don't intend to get in the way of anyone's proclivities. Ah, I have mail. From Mayuri. Sweet! Are you out of your mind? I'm the mad scientist that drives fear into the hearts of men, women, and children all around the world. Yeah, that seems like an appropriate response to send. You made that game to suit your personal tastes. I'm not going to say a word about it. However, if that was your attempt at creating Future Gadget number 12, I strongly urge you to reconsider.
待て。あんた一体何言ってんだ？
I'm saying, you can live out your fantasies through your games, but please don't try to incorporate them into our products. If such a product were to make it to the market with my name on it, I'd be too embarrassed to walk in the light of the sun.
だから待てと言ったろうが。あれは別に私の作ったゲームじゃ。
Kurisu fell silent, and at that moment I heard the sound of curtains opening behind me, and a shadow eclipsed us.
なんだよ。人が気持ちよく寝てるってのに、一体何の騒ぎなのさ。
足だ。
I think I'm gonna leave you two alone.
あ、マキセ氏。ガジェットの開
I'm
発
sure
終わっ
Daru
た？
would be more than happy to play out your
だったら
fantasies
ちょっ
for you.
と。
うるさいこの変態。
Oh, you're calling him the perv.
なん
もういい。今日は帰る。さよなら。
I don't think we should let you go home. I think I need an explanation. Kuroshi spat out her words and stormed outside before we even had the chance to stop her. Tara and I could only watch her in slack-jawed silence. What the hell just happened?
なおかりん、
なんだダルよ。
What is it, Daru?
僕マキセ氏になんか変なことした？
Well, I mean, it depends if we're talking about reality or not.
いや。
No. I considered telling you about what I saw on the screen for a moment, but I thought better of it. Given my assistant's state of mind, it's probably wise not to reveal her secrets. A wise man does not court danger. And some things are better left forgotten. Frankly, I'm more worried about Daru. Someone just shouted at him for no reason. That's gotta be rough.
なんかわからんけど、僕は傷ついた。
まあ。
Don't take it
そう落ち込む
personally.
な。
She was probably in a bad
大
mood
型
because
開
she got
発に行き
stuck
詰
on
ま
a
って
project
気
or
が立って
something.
いたのだろう。
そうは言うけどさ。ああ、考えれば考えるほど釈然としねえ。
This might not end well.
くそー、こうなったら、こうなった。
待てダル、少し落ち着け。
Hang on, hang on. But before I tell you to calm down, I've got to check my mail. Supplementary classes. Oh, she'll be late. Okie dokie. Wait! Daru! Calm down!
こうなったら、ナナさんにチュッチュして慰めてもらうよ。
Oh dear lord.
ナナさん。
She's right, Daru. You are a pervert. Apparently I've got more mail. The banquet was a total blast. When I went to the lab in the afternoon, the curtains in front of the development room were closed. I assumed that I would find Daru behind them, but instead it was Christina. Me, myself, and I. Well, I can't argue with that, Mr. Bond. It seems as though she's made this area her own personal nest. It's great that she's putting so much effort into development, but whose lab does she think this is anyway? Perhaps I should remind her. Just before I could raise my voice to do so.
何か
Shit.
よ。
She took my turn!
助手よ。お
Assistant,
前に一つ
I
話が。
wish to speak with you about something.
今ちょっと忙しいんだけど、重要な話なの。だったら聞いてあげるから手短に話す。
Seems like she's in a rocky mood. This is the opposite of how things should be. I need to be direct with her.
いいか、クリスティーナ。
Look, Christina,
お前
I'm the
は
one
あく
who
ま
runs
で
this
助手だ。
lab. You are merely my
このラボの責
assistant.
任。
Oh.
それで
Shit. Eh? What?
だから
She threw me a
それがど
curveball.
うかしたのかって聞いてるの。
I think I've made her mood even worse. I've got another. Jeez, everyone's popping off with the messages today. Yep, that sounds like a good thing for Kiyomi to say. But I'm not so easily defeated.
もしかしてそれだけか。
それだけとはなんだ。
That's all. But it's
これは
very
重要なことだ。
important. And if
そ
you
れを
forget
忘れ
it,
てもら
there
っては
could be
困ると。
trouble.
それだけか。
はい。
Yes.
何案ずるな。
Rest assured,
これも作
this
戦
is
の
all
うちだ。
part of our
心配ない
strategy. Don't worry.
一見引いたように見せ
Well,
かけ、
we'll
そ
make
の
her
実
think that we've
こちらの意
squeezed
のま
off.
まに操る。
Then we'll manipulate her as
そうだ。
we see fit.
CIA
Just like
の
they
マニュア
do
ル
in
に
the
もあるあれだ。
CIA.
ああ、大丈夫。
Yeah,
すべ
don't
て予
worry.
定通りだと
Everything's
上
going
に
as
は報
planned.
告しておいてくれ
Let。the top brass know.
エレプサ、
El Sai.
うるさい。
No, I will not shut up. El Sai. El Sai. Congre. I I spoke the words very quietly and slipped the phone back into my pocket. I'll just go outside. After that, I had no choice but to go outside, where I unfortunately ran into somebody I didn't want to see.
Oh,
Ah, shit!
岡部じゃねえか。
ミスターブローン
Mr. Braun!
ちょうどよかった。
Another me-
お
Wow,
前に
I'm
言っときたいこ
popular
とがあっ
today.
たんだ。
All the ladies be messaging me. Oh no, he wants the talk.
言っておくが
I swear I didn't do any experiments today. I'm innocent. Even if I wanted to, Kurisu was completely taken over my lab.
そうじゃねえよ。まあ、頼みっつうかなんつうか、そう大層な話で。
He blushes ever so slightly as he blushed ever so slightly as he said this. Interesting. I'm not sure what sort of things would make Tanoji blush. I found myself taken aback because he didn't strike me as a man who could blush. I don't think it's given me an option yet. I think it's given me like maybe one or two like official like choices, but nothing obvious that I could ascertain what I'm choosing. Kind of like the ultimate ending in the first game where it was you had to get it based on certain messages you sent. Like a few of those, but I've not had any choices yet. I never imagined that I would ever have to see a middle-aged man acting so tsundere. It practically gave me goosebumps. In fact, I think it did. Hold on, there's something else. Did he say he wanted to ask me a favour? No time machines have been done yet. Apart from at the very beginning when apparently I've time leapt to the Delta World. My landlord has a favour to ask of me?
なんでいきなり笑い出しやがって。
Mr. Braun, I will do this favour for you under a
聞
couple
いてあ
of
げなくも
conditions.
ないが
条件だ。
まず家賃を下げる
First,
こと
lower my
それ
rent.
から
Stop
上でやかま
whining
しくし
about
ても
my
とや
experiments
かく
when it
言わ
gets
ない
loud
こ
up
と
there.
それから
Also,
今
do
後
not
のこと
call me
は
Okabe,
岡部ではな
but
く
Hoin Kyoma!
今すぐ出てってもらってもいいんだぜ。
No! No, don't evict me!
聞かせていただきましょう
What can I do for you? Damn it, she's taking advantage of me! But not for long. Though until my gadgets make me filthy rich, I will allow you to say whatever you want.
まあ、頼みってほどじゃねえんだが、明日からちょっとばかり留守にするんだ
Why
よ。
can't Sousa her do
その
it?
間
I don't want
注意しといてくれね。
responsibilities.
留守
Away? When I looked down, I saw a small creature attempting to use his large frame to hide from me.
もしかしてこ
So,
の子
you
をどこか
leaving
に
her
預けてく
somewhere?
るのですか
バカ野郎！なんで俺が可愛い娘をどこかに預けたりしなきゃなんねえんだよ。
The man looked seriously offended. You should really learn to take a joke.
明日から苗を連れて旅行に行くんだよ。たまには家族旅行をしねえとな。
Yeah, using all that money that CERN's given you, eh? Yeah, yeah. I don't even know what CERN paying.
楽しみ
She loved another next. So popular. All the girls chasing after me. Yeah, that sounds about right to send. She laughed from the bottom of her heart. This girl really does love her father.
まあ、そういうわけだからよ。ちょっとの間、頼むぜ。
オカリンおじさんお願いします
A family trip, eh? Well, summer break is probably the right time to do it. Though I don't like her calling me uncle.
じゃ、よろしく頼んだぜ。
Mr. and Sister Braun started walking toward the main street. I'm not gonna try and pronounce that. They must be heading off to get some things they need for their trip. Though now that I think about it, I've got to ask where they're going. Most likely a beach or something. It is summer after all. I can't imagine anyone who would break into a store full of nothing but CRT TVs, so I probably won't have to be too cautious. Huh? Wait. If Mr. Braun's away, does that mean I can do as many D-mail experiments as I want? I'd probably put Kurisu's endeavours on pause and get back to sending D-mails. This requires consideration. Oh, James has sent me something. Now I'm getting emails in real life. Ooh. He's congratulating me on finishing my exams. Shortly after talking to the Braun family, I made my way to that place. Akihabara was full of people milling around, fitting for a Saturday. Oh, but James can play games, so we might be wrapping this up for now. Probably pick it up sometime tomorrow. I wandered over here without any particular destination in mind. I entertained the idea of returning to the lab, but Kurisu is in a very bad mood right now. Another block? Let's look at the details. By the way, did you know that there's a bike store in the back of this building? Yeah, yeah, I have no money for you, madam. Okay, James is able to play games soon. He said give him 5, so we'll start wrapping this up. I don't know when the chapter break is, so I'll just wait till there's an opportune time. I'm not at all afraid of her, but you don't walk into the cage of a fearsome beast wearing a suit made out of steak. Still, it's pointless wandering around here. What should I do? No, I'm so popular. Oh, shut up. I don't give a toss. Oh, I was forced to read this. Shit. What should I do? Ah, shit. Now it's put me to the top. My pondering was cut short by a message. That was all it said. Nothing else. Well, I mean, I feel like a message from Shining Fingers is a decent place to stop. Yeah, save the game. Oh, alright, we've saved. What just happened? Why did I go to that save file? Alright, we've saved. Exit the game. We'll pick this up tomorrow.